Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our channel. David and Caroline here.
Hey guys.
And we are about to head out on our next all-adventure. This all-adventure trip, we're actually going to Charleston, South Carolina.
We're gonna be seeing some historical sites, but we're also gonna be seeing some filming locations from the super popular Netflix TV show. You may have heard of it, called Outer Banks.
Yeah, we're super into it. Super cool. Stay tuned for this really cool all-adventure.
On our all-adventure to Charleston, in addition to seeing Outer Banks filming locations, we also did some sightseeing of the city, tried great food, and learned all about its rich history. All of that can be found in our Charleston vlog part 1. Here is a sneak peek of what you can see.
Start living now, 'cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
So our first location we went to is Shem Creek. Shem Creek is actually the opening scene for season 1, episode 1. So like directly after the hurricane, you can see JJ and John B coming in, saying hi to all the fishermen. Big kind of disaster happened. So when we went, it was really early in the morning. There was really nobody there, just a couple people, and fishermen were getting ready to get on their boats and go crabbing and all that stuff. And really pretty early morning is where we started. Pretty beautiful area, walking around, very peaceful. This next scene is actually the bridge scene for season 1, episode 1. It's also in the trailer of the show. Pretty iconic bridge, but when you hop out here, you'll see there is that big Outer Banks sign in the show, but when we went there, it wasn't there. Obviously, they only put that in for the show, so went to go check that out. The next scene is Kiara's family restaurant. Their restaurant actually is throughout the entire show, but it is called The Wreck in the show, but in real life it's also called The Wreck, but it has a little part on it called The Wreck of Robert and Charlene. But yeah, we went to go check this out. Again, throughout the entire show, really cool vibes on the inside. Restaurant's right on the water. We recreated a lot of the scenes, as you can see, just for fun, Throughout the restaurant, there's also some pretty cool memorabilia that's left from the show. There are signed posters and pictures and things like that. But when you're in there, you can walk around, see the entire thing. Pretty cool, chill spot. We enjoyed it. Food was actually pretty good too. So the next location is Heyward Seafood. This is actually Pope's dad's business, and it's really right next door to Kiara's restaurant as well. For Pope's dad's business, the Heyward Seafood, they actually had 2 different filming locations. As you can see here, this is the second location that we're pulling up to, the Greachy Seafood. But both of those were used throughout the entire show. But next up is the Summer Winds Hotel, actually called the Land's Inn in real life. But Summer Winds Hotel, this is in season 1, episode 1 actually. This is where John B and JJ, they go searching in the motel with a key that they found from the shipwreck earlier. They go in the room, kind of doing some recon, and they find a gun and some money, and then the cops come. So we went walking around that entire thing. Everything looks pretty similar to the show, just a few little minor changes, but you can see them in the back window. You can see some ledges that are not there anymore. But yeah, pretty cool place to go visit. Next up, we're on Pitt Street. This is downtown Mount Pleasant, and there's a lot of things that were filmed here. This one scene, this is where John B just gave the compass to the sheriff right before he got electrocuted after he was getting chased through the town. So we went down here to check it all out. Pretty cool spot. A lot of things happen here. Our next location, first shown in season 1, episode 2, after John B and Kiara get arrested, is the police station. In real life, it's actually a courthouse. The next location is Washington Square Park. This is actually in downtown Charleston, but it's used for the scenes where John B and Sarah change from their rain jackets that they actually stole while they were being chased. From here, they walk across the street to our next location, which is Ben Silver, as you see here. This is in the same episode. This is where they go to Ben Silver to change out of their clothes to, nicer, fancier clothes. It's a pretty cool store. Right after that, they head over to the library, and this is the library scene. They go here to research the map. This is actually a theater in downtown Charleston. A really beautiful building for a theater. It's quite nice. So heading over to our next location, we're actually going to Sarah Cameron's house. This is actually found in a neighborhood a few minutes outside of downtown Charleston. You can see it in season 1, episode 1, and all throughout all the seasons in the show. Really beautiful big house. So our next location is from season 1, episode 5, the Midsomer ball scene. It's actually a golf resort. It's super beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite places that we went to. We capture things here, such as the Midsomer ball scenes. We have the road where Pope's dad pulls up to unload his catering. We go down beachside, as you'll see here in a few seconds. This is where John B and JJ come in through a boat. They change into like suits, server suits, to make it inside of the actual building. This is what I'm talking about here. We try to record as much as we could of the Midsomer ball scenes, although while we were there was an actual event going on. So we went inside and tried to record in there as much as we could, and even though things were happening, but we wanted to recreate a lot of the scenes. Like this next one up here coming up is where JJ goes running through the hall. This is the door that he actually walked in through. As we reverse it here, you can see Caroline walking in from there, but he ran through the whole inside of the resort. He was being chased by Rafe and his gang of goons. So he ran through here, as you can see, the hallway, and then he went into the bathroom, and that's where they caught up to him, kind of roughed him up a little bit. So that's the bathroom entrance. This is, as you can see, he's being grabbed, roughed up. The next scenes took place outside. This is where Sarah and John B get caught talking to each other. So there goes Caroline acting like Sarah. And the next one actually is back in downtown area. This is the original treasure house from season 1, episode 6. Some more Heyward scenes here. Again, this is so close to Kiara's family restaurant that we just captured so much. As you can see here, we got Pope going to his dad's gasoline pump, filling it up through some of the scenes happening throughout. Here's that pump. Our next location is back to downtown Mount Pleasant. This is actually a scene from season 2, episode 2. It's the gun in the storm drain location. We filmed all up and down this street. But yeah, again, a lot of things happen in downtown Mount Pleasant. Next location is Carla Limbrey's house, as you can see here. Again, from season 2. This is actually episode 4. In this episode, this is the one where Pope knocks on the door super hard, so of course we had to recreate that, but they were here to talk about evidence, and of course they get roped into finding the key. There was a lot of chase scenes in this episode too, through downtown Charleston, so we recreated those, and those were actually quite fun. We had Caroline's dad filming us as we run through the streets, but this is a homecoming episode, and the gang still thought that JB and Sarah were dead, but as you can see, they just reunited and found out they're actually alive. Right here, we're actually going through the Charleston Bridge, which we actually drove across this too. It's a very pretty bridge, I'm not gonna lie. This next house is Kiara's house. This is probably one of the hardest locations to find. I mean, we scoured the internet for so long to try to find the address, and it was pretty difficult. So I'm so glad we found it. But yeah, iconic scenes happen. She gets kicked out, clothes get thrown around. But yeah, that house is actually quite gorgeous with a really, really pretty wraparound porch. We've got season 2, episode 8. Kiara gets stuck in the storm drain. Again, downtown Mount Pleasant. A lot of things happen there. We try to recreate this, but unfortunately we couldn't lift that manhole cover.
Hey guys, what's up? We're here on John's Island at the Angel Oak Tree. This tree is about 500 years old, huge, massive. It's also presumed to be one of the filming locations for the Outer Banks series, where they filmed for the Angel Oak. We're not 100% sure, but this is where they basically got it from. Anything else you want to add in?
We're excited to see it because I can already see it from the parking lot and it looks ginormous. So we're ready to go see what it actually looks like.
Awesome, come with us.
Like my goofy self was saying from our Charleston vlog, we don't know if they actually filmed here, but we definitely know they got their inspiration from here. We hope you guys like all the locations we brought you along to, and hopefully if you're in Charleston, you can check those out yourself. If you want to see more of Charleston, you can check out our first Charleston vlog, which is up on our channel now. So thank you for coming along on this all adventure. We hope to see you on the next one.